Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Smyrna Softball. We've got the starting lineups coming up momentarily. Coaches for Smyrna and CPA are meeting with the officials at this time. We will bring you the starting lineups and first pitch in just a few moments.
This is Mike Keith. Welcome to Smyrna High School, home of the Bulldogs. This contest is being played according to the rules of the Tennessee Secondary School Athletic Association. TSSAA rules provide for fair competition among players. Our athletes recognize that judgment calls are made in good faith and that they must abide by the decisions of the official. Spectators are important in this process too. Fans can help promote good sportsmanship by observing the rules of fair play. Each fan is requested to take personal responsibility for keeping this game at a high level of sportsmanship. Spectators can support their high schools by refraining from derogatory remarks or cheers. Good sportsmanship is one of the primary purposes of high school athletics. The TSSAA hopes that you will enjoy this contest and support your athletes and your high school in a positive, sportsmanlike manner.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Smyrna High School in tonight's contest between the visiting CPA Lions and your Lady Bulldogs. Starting lineups for tonight's game. First, for the visiting Lions. Batting first, playing third base, number 3, Leah Robinson. Batting second, the shortstop, number 1, Audrey Townsend. Batting third and catching, number 7, Neely McCluskey. Batting fourth and pitching, number 25, A.K. Higdon. Batting fifth, the designated player, number 33, Emily Roth. Batting sixth, the center fielder, number 24, Ansley Crawford. Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 27, Addison Crawford. Batting eighth, the first baseman, number 18, Kat McGarkey. Batting ninth, the second baseman, number 2, Piper McGarkey. And in the flex position tonight, the right fielder, number 14, Rebecca Hughes. And now, the starting lineup for your Lady Bulldogs. Leading off, playing center field, number 21, Sarah Quintal. Batting second, the shortstop, number 12, Kylie Travis. Batting third, playing second, number 22, Star Paredes. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 7, Kyla Lowe. Batting fifth and catching, number 11, Charlie Baliaz. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 17, Lily Lane. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 24, Elizabeth Labrero. Batting eighth, the designated player, number 9, Mackenzie Hayden. Batting ninth, the left fielder, number 2, Aaliyah Barnes. And in the flex position tonight, the pitcher, number 19, Peyton Baliaz. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would, please stand. Gentlemen, remove your caps. Direct your attention down the right field line for the playing of the national anthem. That, ladies and gentlemen, are the starting lineups for tonight's ball game. We will be back with you after the warm-ups. Once again, welcome to Smyrna High School and tonight's contest between the visiting CPA Lions and the Smyrna Lady Bulldogs. Leading off for CPA, the third baseman, number 3, Leah Robinson. Bulldogs and CPA played earlier in the season with the Bulldogs winning 9-4, and we're underway. Defense for the Bulldogs. Left field is Aaliyah Barnes. Center field, Sarah Quintal. Right field, Lily Lane. The third baseman is Elizabeth Librero. Shortstop, Kylie Travis. Second base, Star Paredes. Kyla Lowe is at first. Charlie Baliaz is behind the plate. And Peyton Baliaz is in the circle. Delivers that pitch for a strike 2, a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. Swung on. That is lined into right field. Lane fights the sun, makes the catch for out number 1. Now batting the shortstop, number 1, Audrey Townsend. You will notice the right side of the field is going to battle the sun setting for the next little bit. You will see eyes shaded and glasses on. Pitch grounded to the left side. That gets underneath Travis's glove into left field. So the single will put a runner aboard. Now batting the catcher, number 7, Neely McCluskey. Shows bunt, pulls it back, throw down to second. Slide is underneath the tag. So a strike at the plate and a stolen base puts a runner in scoring position for CPA here in the top of the first. No balls and a strike to the Lion catcher. The 0-1 is popped up. That's going to get out of play, foul. No balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2 misses down and away, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch grounded through the right side. Lane up with it. Throws home. Run for second is going to score. Runner winds up at second. So the single turns into the double on the throw. Now batting the pitcher, number 25, A.K. Higdon. First pitch to Higdon misses down and away, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Bulldogs trail 1-0. The 1-0 swung on. That's flied into center field. Quintal drifts back, makes the catch. Throw to third is not going to be in time. So the runner tags, fly out to center, but a runner moves to third. Now batting designated player, number 33, Emily Roth. Pitch popped up. Paredes underneath it. Makes the catch with both feet in the grass for out number 3. That ends the first. Bulldogs coming to bat, trailing 1-0. Bottom of the first. Bulldogs coming to bat. Quintal, Travis, and Paredes are the first 3 slated hitters. Leading off for the Bulldogs, the center fielder, number 21, Sarah Quintal. Quintal getting things started for the Bulldogs here in the bottom of the first, trailing 1-0. CPA used a couple of back-to-back hits to score the first run. Quintal shows bunt, pulls it back. Called strike one. No balls and a strike. The 0-1 taken for a called. Strike two. No balls, two strikes. The 0-2 misses wide. Ball one. One ball, two strikes. The 1-2 to Quintal. Misses up. Evens the count. Two balls, two strikes. Swing and a miss. Strike three. So Quintal goes down swinging for out number one here in the bottom of the first inning. Now batting for the Bulldogs, the shortstop, number 12, Kylie Travis. Travis will try to get things started for the Bulldogs. One out, nobody on. Travis will step in. Bulldogs trail 1-0. First pitch misses up, ball one. One ball, no strikes. Pitch grounded to third. Third baseman goes to first for out number two. Ground out. Now batting for the Bulldogs, the second baseman, number 22, Star Paredes. Now Paredes will step in. Nobody on, two away here in the bottom of the first. The pitch bounces. Ball one. One ball, no strikes. The 1-0. Taken for a call. Strike one. One ball, one strike. Pitch grounded through the left side. That gets into left field. Paredes will be aboard. Now batting, the first baseman, number 7, Kyla Lowe. Lowe bats with a runner at first and two away here in the bottom of the first inning. Bulldogs trail 1-0. The first pitch to Lowe is up. Ball one. One ball, no strikes. Bulldogs come in at 11-15-1 on this season. There are, counting tonight, 4 regular season games remaining before the tournament. The 1-0. Swung on, fouled off, Low in the box. A ball and a strike. CPA comes in at 16-9. If I understand correctly, on quite the winning streak. The 1-1. Swung on. That is fouled out of play. A ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 misses down and away. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes to the Bulldog first baseman. The pitch. Taken for a call. Strike 3. So Lowe goes down looking. That ends the first. Bulldogs trail 1-0. Bottom of the second. Leading off for the Lions, the center fielder, number 24, Ansley Crawford. Crawford, and McGargy will be the first 3 batters. Ground ball to Travis. Fields it, goes to first for out number 1. Now batting the left fielder, number 27, Addison Crawford. First pitch misses down, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Defense for the Bulldogs, left to right in the outfield. Barnes, Quintal, and Lane. The infield, Librero, Travis, Paredes, Lowe. Charlie Baileyaz is behind the plate. Peyton Baileyaz in the circle. Delivers the pitch, grounded to first. Lowe picks it up, steps on the bag for out number 2. 3 pitches, 2 outs. Now batting the first baseman, number 18, Cat McGarkey. So McGarkey will step in, nobody on, 2 away. Takes the first pitch for a called. Strike 1. No balls and a strike. Doesn't quite agree with that. Steps out, collects herself. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2. Up, ball 1, a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. Swung on, that's fouled off. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Baileyaz gets the strikeout for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down here in the top of the second. We will go to the bottom of 2. It is 1-0 Lions. Bottom of the second, Baliaz, Lane, and Librero. Leading off for the Bulldogs, the catcher, number 11, Charlie Baliaz. So Baliaz will step in. This is 5-6-7 coming to the plate for the Bulldogs here in the bottom of the second. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike one. No balls and a strike. The 0-1. Swung on, fouled off the visiting dugout for strike number 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Again, this is one of 4 games remaining on the Bulldog regular season schedule. District tournament will start the first week of May. We'll go through that schedule as the evening progresses. The 0-2, up and away, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2. That one's up and away. Evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Catcher might get that one if she were set up square to the plate, except she's set up in the right-handed batter's or the left-handed batter's box. That pitch lined right back through the box into center field. Baliaz will be aboard with the single. We're going to see a courtesy runner for the Bulldogs, and that is going to be Kennedy Steele. Now batting for the Bulldogs, the right fielder, number 17, Lily Lane. Lane will bat with a runner at first and nobody out here in the bottom of the second inning. Again, the courtesy runner at first is Kennedy Steele. Lane will step in. Librero waits on deck. Coach Drayton checking his notes, seeing what he wants to do here. The pitch shows bunt, pulls it back, takes a call, strike 1. No balls and a strike. The 0-1. Bunted. Third baseman charges, goes to first. Lane with the sacrifice bunt, moves the runner, does a job. Now batting for the Bulldogs, the third baseman, number 24, Elizabeth Librero. Librero will step in, runner at second, 1 out. Librero has provided the majority of the power for the Bulldogs this season. She had a very torrid Warrior Classic, cooled off a little bit since. The first pitch to Librero misses down and in, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Steele, the runner at second. Bulldogs trail 1-0. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Librero with the big swing, off balance a little as she finishes. The 1-1. Swung on. That's up the middle. Shortstop off the glove. It kicks into center field. Steele is going to round third. She's going to score. So Librero is going to take second on the throw. So the single is going to score the first Bulldog run. Now batting for the Bulldogs, the designated player, number 9, Mackenzie Hayden. So Hayden will step in, runner at second, 1 out. Bulldogs, Lions tied 1-1 here in the bottom of the second inning. First pitch, shows bunt, pulls it back. Third baseman is drawn in. Librero steals third. And that will bring the coach out of the dugout. We'll pause while she talks to her defense. All right, so the discussion has had, that was a big mistake on defense. The shortstop did not go with the runner knowing the third baseman was charging, so that gave Librero third very easily. The 1-0 misses up. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Bulldogs Lions tied 1-1. The 2-0. Swung on. Fly it into center field. Center fielder underneath it makes the catch. Throw home is not going to be in time. The sac fly to center. Scores the second Bulldog run. Making it 2-0 Smyrna here in the bottom of the second inning. And the coach is coming out of the dugout. I am not 100% sure what she's arguing. Now batting for the Bulldogs, the left fielder, number 2, Aaliyah Barnes. So Barnes will step in, nobody on, 2 away here in the bottom of the second. 2 runs are in for the Bulldogs. First pitch in the dirt, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Barnes, 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bulldogs string together some hits. Runners in the right places. The 1-1. Swung on off the visiting dugout. Strike 2. A ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Barnes goes down swinging, but not before the Bulldogs score twice. We'll go to the top of the third. Bulldogs lead 2-1. top three. Bulldogs lead 2-1. 9-1-2 coming to the plate for the Lions here in the top of the third. Batting first for the Lions, the second baseman, number 2, Piper McGarkey. Again, 9-1-2. Pitch misses in, ball 1. Defense for the Bulldogs, left to right in the outfield. Barnes, Quintal, Lane. The infield is Librero, Travis, Paredes, Lowe. Charlie Bailey-Az behind the plate. Peyton Bailey-Az back in the circle for inning number 3. Delivers that pitch low, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Ball in front of the Bulldog dugout. Paused the game. The 2-0. Swung on. That's flied into left center field. Quintal gives chase. It gets down. She throws it in. Keeps the runner at first. So the single will get the inning started for the Lions, and that will take us back to the top of the lineup. Now batting third baseman number 3, Leah Robinson. So Robinson will bat with a runner at first and nobody out here in the top of the third inning. Bulldogs leading 2-1. And the pitch swung on. That's popped up. Lowe gives chase. It's on top of the Bulldog dugout for strike 1. No balls and a strike. Bailey-Az trying to get a couple of softballs. The 2 that have gone foul one is not going to return. The other one can return. It's just a matter of somebody going to get it. There it is. No balls and a strike on the Lion leadoff hitter. The 0-1. Swung on. That's lined back up the middle. It gets into the right center field. That's going to get to the wall. Runner from first is rounding third. She is going to score. Travis holds the ball wisely. The double is going to plate the second run for the Lions, tying the game. And that will bring Coach Drayton out of the dugout to do a pitching change. We'll pause. Now batting the shortstop, number 1, Audrey Townsend. So Townsend will step in. She singled in her first at bat. The new pitcher is number 7, Kyla Lowe. First pitch off of Librero's glove. That's going to allow the runner to reach first. So the error is going to put runners at first and third. Now batting the catcher, number 7, Neely McCluskey. So McCluskey is 1 for 1. She is also singled. Runners at first and third with nobody out here in the top of the third. First pitch, swung on. That is flied into center field. Quintal gets it, goes to first, gets the double play. The third run does score from third. So that will clear the bases. Now batting the pitcher, number 25, A.K. Higdon. The pitch misses wide, ball 1 ball, no strikes. Quintal with the heads-up play, having seen the runner from first was almost on second. She went to first for the double play. 2 runs have scored in the inning, making it 3-2 Lions. That pitch lined into center. Quintal being kept busy this inning, gets the ball in, so the single will put a runner aboard. Now batting the designated player, number 33, Emily Roth. Roth will step in. Runner at first, 2 away. Lions lead 3-2. First pitch grounded to short. Travis on the big hop. Fields it, goes to Peck at first for out number 3. The ground out ends the half inning. We will go to the bottom of the third. Bulldogs trail 3-2. Bottom of the third, Bulldogs trail 3-2. Top of the lineup for the Bulldogs, 1, 2, 3 coming to the plate. Leading things off for the Bulldogs, the center fielder, number 21, Sarah Quintal. Quintal will step in to get things started for the Bulldogs here in the bottom of the third. They trail 3-2. First pitch to Quintal, up and in, ball 1 ball, no strikes. Quintal 0 for 1. She struck out in her first plate appearance. The 1-0. Swung on. Bounced to third. Third baseman to first for out number 1. Now batting for the Bulldogs, the shortstop, number 12, Kylie Travis. So Travis will step in. She's also 0 for 1, ground out to third in her first plate appearance. She does have the power to tie this game up, but not on that pitch. 1 ball, no strikes. Hard to do anything with a ball that bounces at 30 feet. Pitch right back through the box. Travis will be aboard with the single. Now batting for the Bulldogs, the second baseman, number 22, Star Paredes. Paredes will step in. She's 1 for 1. She singled in her first plate appearance. She bats with Travis at first and one away here in the bottom of the third. The pitch. Called strike one. No balls and a strike. The 0-1. Called strike two. It looks a little high from up here. Granted, we're quite a bit higher, but when the catcher reaches above their head, generally that's not a strike. The 0-2. Swung on, grounded to third. Third baseman goes to first for out number 2, but Paredes does move the runner. Now batting for the Bulldogs, the pitcher, number 7, Kyla Lowe. So Lowe will step in, runner at second with 2 outs. Bulldogs trail 3-2. Travis, the runner at second. Pitch. Misses, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0. Swung on, bounced to second. Big hop, second baseman handles it. Goes to first for out number 3. That will end the third. We will go to the top of the fourth. Bulldogs trail 3-2. Top 4. Bulldogs trail 3-2. 6, 7, 8 coming to the plate for the Lions here in the top of the fourth. Batting first, the center fielder, number 24, Ansley Crawford. Crawford 0 for 1. She ground out to Travis on her first at bat. Takes the first pitch low, ball 1. Defense for the Bulldogs, left to right in the outfield. Barnes, Quintal, Lane. The infield, Librero, Travis, Paredes, Peck. Swing and a miss. Charlie Bailey behind the plate. And Kyla Lowe is in the circle, gets the swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Swung on. That is grounded up the middle. Paredes gives it an effort. Doesn't get to it. It gets into center field. So the single will lead things off for the Lions here in the top of the fourth. Now batting the left fielder, number 27, Addison Crawford. First pitch down and away, ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. Bulldogs trail 3-2 here in the top of the fourth. Trying to keep it right there. The 1-0 up, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0. Wide, ball 3. Low to the plate. Called, strike 1. 3 balls and a strike. Bulldogs back in action on Thursday as Stewart's Creek comes to Smyrna. That will be a District 9 4A matchup. The 3-1 swung on. That's bounced to the right side. Low picks it up, flips to Peck for out number 1. So that puts a runner at second with 1 out. Now batting first baseman number 18, Kat McGargy. McGargy 0 for 1 was a strikeout victim in her first at bat. Again, she'll step in with a runner at second and 1 out. First pitch flied into center field. Quintal catches it over her head for out number 2. Pretty sure that snuck up on her a little bit for being higher than she thought it was. But she makes the play and keeps the runner at second. Now batting the second baseman number 2, Piper McGargy. The runner at second, 2 away. The pitch. Called, strike 1. No balls and a strike. Believe Smyrna got one right there. The 0-1. That's a better pitch. No balls, 2 strikes. Of course, if he's going to call him out there, I'd say throw him out there. The 0-2. A little wide. Ball 1. A ball and 2 strikes. Pitch fly to the right side. Paredes gives chase. Makes the catch. In shallow right field for out number 3. The fly out ends the inning. We will go to the bottom of the fourth. Bulldogs trail 3-2. Bottom of the fourth, Bulldogs trail 3-2. 5, 6, 7 coming to the plate. Leading off for the Bulldogs, the catcher, number 11, Charlie Baliaz. Baliaz will step in. She's 1 for 1, singled in her first plate appearance. The first pitch swung on, fly to the right side. Right fielder's giving chase. It's going to get down foul. No balls and a strike. The 0-1. Swung on. That's flied into left center field. That is going to get down and one hop the wall. Baileyaz is going to round first. She is going to stand up at second. The double gets the inning started for the Bulldogs. We're going to see a runner not sure what is going on. So we're going to see a courtesy runner. I'll explain what's going on momentarily. Kennedy Steele is going to be the runner at second once again for Baileyaz. Now batting for the Bulldogs, the right fielder, number 17, Lily Lane. Lily Lane, I could actually see Drayton doing with her what he did in her last at bat. He had her sacrifice bunt to move the runner to second. I could see him doing that again right here to put a runner at third with one out. The pitch, bunted, foul. No balls and a strike. So what's going on is the CPA coach is fussing because the Lady Bulldogs are using artificial noisemakers in the dugout. They're using a hammer, they're using bats, they're using different things to bang on the ceiling and on the bench and so forth and so on, which they do quite often. Some coaches put up with it, some don't. She is one that doesn't. So that's the request of the coach to the umpires. So Lane steps back in, no balls and a strike. Swing. Ground ball to third. Third baseman checks second. Goes to first. Steele moves on the throw. Not a sacrifice, but works just the same. Puts a runner at third with one out. Now batting, the third baseman, number 24, Elizabeth Labrero. Labrero with the single in her first at bat. She'll step in. Runner at third, one away here in the bottom of the fourth. Bulldogs trailing 3-2. The pitch. Swung on. Grounded to the right side. Labrero does her job. Second baseman bobbles it. Labrero is safe at first on the error. So the run scores and would have scored regardless. Now batting for the Bulldogs, the designated player, number 9, Mackenzie Hayden. So Hayden will step in. She had a sac fly in her first at bat. To go back to the previous play, the ground ball to second is an error, but the run from third would have scored regardless. So Bulldogs, Lions tied 3-3 as Hayden takes the first pitch for a called strike one. No balls and a strike. Labrero, the runner at first with one out. The 0-1. Misses down. Ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch, fly to the left side. That's in foul territory. Third baseman gives chase. Is not going to get to it. Ball hits the ground foul. A ball and 2 strikes. So Hayden will step back in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner at first, 1 away. 1 run is in the inning. Bulldogs, Lions tied 3-3 here in the bottom of the 4th. Ball does not make it to the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Right there, the base runner's got to read that the ball is on the ground halfway to the plate and take a chance. The 2-2. Swung on. Just foul. So close. We'll do it again. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2. That's a terrible call. That is a horrible call. Catcher, I'll go into that in a minute. Now batting for the Bulldogs, the left fielder, number 2, Aaliyah Barnes. So Barnes will step in. Runner at first, 2 away. Barnes is 0 for 1. She struck out in her first plate appearance. The pitch swung on, fouled at the plate. No balls and a strike. The last pitch to Hayden, if it's not in the left-handed batter's box, it is on the front of the box. That was no more a strike. He's picking and choosing when he calls strikes out there. It's one thing to call it. If you're going to call it, be consistent. The 0-1. Down and in. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Swung on. That is grounded off the face of the Lion dugout. A ball and 2 strikes. Bulldogs have scored 1 here in the bottom of the 4th to tie the game, 3-3. The 1-2 to the Bulldog left fielder. Swung on, grounded to third. It's off the glove. It's a fair ball. Librero's going to round second. She's going to go to third. Barnes is going to go to second. That is a single that's going to put runners at second and third. And that's going to take us back to the top of the lineup. Barnes giving the gloves to Coach Griffith. Now batting for the Bulldogs, the center fielder, number 21, Sarah Quintal. So Quintal will step in. Quintal is due. She's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. She bats with runners at second and third and 2 away here in the bottom of the 4th. First pitch lined into right, left center field. That's going to get down. Both runs are going to score. Quintal runs for second. Slides in safely. Man, check her ankle. That was awkward. So she gets the double. Scores both runs. She will be at second. Now batting for the Bulldogs, the shortstop, number 12, Kylie Travis. Travis is 1 for 2. She's ground out and singled in 2 trips. Quintal will be the runner at second with 2 outs. 3 runs are in the inning, making it 5-3 Smyrna. The first pitch grounded through the left side. That's going to get into the left field. Left fielder up with it, coming home. Quinzall is going to score from second. Oh, bless her heart. So the double to left is going to score the run. Check that. That's a single. I apologize. Now batting for the Bulldogs, the second baseman, number 22, Star Paredes. Paredes will step in, runner at first, 2 away. Pitch grounded, foul down the third base line. Coach Drayton tried to help him with the call. Doesn't get it. No balls and a strike. So Paredes will come back to the plate. Travis goes back to first. The pitch, down and away, ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bulldogs have scored 4 times in the inning. It is 6-3 Smyrna. Here in the bottom of the 4th. The 1-1. In. Ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Again, Bulldogs back in action on Thursday as Stewart's Creek comes across town. Smyrna will host them in a 9-4A district game. The 2-1. Grounded off the end of the bat back to the pitcher. Picks it up, goes to first for out number 3. That ends the 4th. But the Bulldogs score 4 times. They lead 6-3. Top of the 5th. Bulldogs lead 6-3. Top of the lineup coming to the plate for the Lions here in the 5th. Batting first for the Lions, the third baseman, number 3, Leah Robinson. So Robinson will step in, 1 for 2. She's lined out and doubled in 2 trips. The pitch, down and away, ball 1. Defense for the Bulldogs, left to right in the outfield. Barnes, Quintal, Lane. The infield, Librero, Travis, Paredes, Peck. Charlie Bailey-Az is behind the plate. And Kyla Lowe in the circle for the Bulldogs. The 1-0 called strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch off the end of the bat. Travis to first for out number 1. Now batting shortstop, number 1, Audrey Townsend. So Townsend will step in. The pitch. Swung on. That's lined into center field. Quintal catches it over her head for out number 2. Now batting the catcher, number 7, Neely McCluskey. McCluskey, 1 for 2. She singled and flied out in 2 trips. The pitch from low. Lined into right field. That's going to get down. That bounces off Lane's glove. Rolls to the wall. So the single turns into runner at third. Safe, diving back in. So the single with the error puts a runner at third with 2 outs. Now batting the pitcher, number 25, A.K. Higdon. The pitch misses, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. One ball, no strikes. The pitch misses wide, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Runner at third, 2 outs. Bulldogs lead 6-3 here in the top of the 5th. The 2-0. Swung on, lined softly to second. Paredes makes the catch for out number 3. That ends the top of the 5th. We'll go to the bottom of 5. Bulldogs lead 6-3. Bottom of the 5th. Bulldogs lead 6-3. Leading off for the Bulldogs, the pitcher, number 7, Kyla Lowe. The Lowe will step in. She's 0 for 2. She struck out and grounded out in 2 trips. First pitch misses in, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Bulldogs finish up the regular season next week with Brentwood at home on Tuesday, and they will travel to Blackman on Wednesday to finish out the regular season and district play. She thought about it, in and out of the catcher's glove. 2 balls, no strikes. 2-0 to the Bulldog pitcher. Pitcher does not like the call from the coach. Shakes him off. And I think she is questioning that one. The 2-0. Called strike one. 2 balls and a strike. CPA scored 1 in the first and 2 in the third. Bulldogs answered with 2 in the second and 4 in the fourth, excuse me. Pitch grounded to third. Third baseman goes to first, in and out of the glove. The error is going to put the first base runner on board.
Now batting for the Bulldogs, the catcher, number 11, Charlie Bailias.
So Bailias is going to step in. We're going to see a courtesy runner for Lowe, maybe. Drayton looking for a runner. Sounds like it's going to be Izzy Bailias, but we'll wait until somebody actually comes out. It's going to be, looks like Jordan Franklin. So Franklin will be the runner at first. Bailias will step up. Runner at first, nobody out. Bulldogs leading 6-3 here in the bottom of the fifth. Pitch wide. Ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0. Swung on, flied into left field. The left fielder drifts back, makes the catch. Franklin tags, goes to second. Ball thrown past the second baseman. Franklin is going to move to third. So the flyout actually moves a runner to third.
Now batting for the Bulldogs, the right fielder, number 17, Lily Lane.
So Franklin tagged on the out, went to second. That advances the runner. Then the errant throw allows her to move from second to third. So now a runner at third with 1 away for Lane, who swings at the first pitch. That's going to get through into center field. Lane drives in the 7th Bulldog run with a single to center.
Now batting for the Bulldogs.
We'll pause. Not sure what we're doing here. Coach Drayton coming in to talk to the umpire. So Izzy Bailias is going to be entered into the game as a pinch runner.
Now batting for the Bulldogs, the third baseman, number 24, Elizabeth Librero.
Librero bats with a runner at first and 1 out. Bulldogs leading 7-3 here in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch misses, ball 1. A ball and no strikes. Librero, flare to right. The ball in and out of the glove. So the error is going to allow both base runners to be safe. So that's going to bring the CPA coach out of the dugout. We'll pause while she talks to her defense. Now batting for the Bulldogs, the designated player, number 9, Mackenzie Hayden. So Hayden will step in, runners at first and second with 1 out. Bulldogs 1 run in the inning, making it 7-3 here in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch in the dirt, ball 1, 1 ball, no strikes. Izzy Bailey as the runner at second. Librero, the runner at first. The 1-0. Swung on. Fouled off. A ball and a strike. Hayden 0 for 1. She's got a sac fly and a strikeout that wasn't really a strikeout. The 1-1. Down and away. Ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2. Off the elbow. That's going to roll the bases. Coach asking her catcher if that really hit her. Now batting for the Bulldogs, the left fielder, number 2, Aaliyah Barnes. Barnes is 1 for 2. She has struck out and singled in 2 trips. Coach Drayton is going back to his bench. Looks like we may be seeing a runner for Hayden at first. It's going to be number 4, Olivia Christopher. So Barnes will step in, runners everywhere. Bases full of Bulldogs with 1 away. Bailey has the runner at third. Librero at second. Christopher is at first. The first pitch to Barnes. Swung on. That is popped. Foul. No balls and a strike. Barnes steps back in the box, looking to break the game open here in the bottom of the 5th. The pitch up, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bulldogs lead 7-3. Again, 3 games after tonight, 3 games remaining in the regular season. The 1-1. Up, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Catcher comes out. Bailey has not a huge lead at third. Those are the last 3 games we will be able to bring you live. You'll have to download Game Changer for the tournament. 2-1 is up, ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. That is a TSSAA rule. No games can be streamed once the district tournament starts. All of that has to be done through NFHS. The 3-1. Swung on, grounded. The pitching coach for CPA makes the catch and flips it back in like it was nothing. So Barnes will step back in. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Bases loaded, 1 away. 1 run is in the inning for the Bulldogs. The payoff pitch to Barnes. Swung on. That is popped up. That is in foul territory. That is going to hit the ground foul. Count remains 3 balls, 2 strikes. Barnes with another opportunity. The payoff pitch to Barnes. It is fly ball. Third baseman makes the catch. That takes us back to the top of the lineup. Now batting for the Bulldogs, the center fielder, number 21, Sarah Quintal. So Quintal will step in. She is 1 for 3. She has struck out, ground out, and doubled. A double right here would clear the bases. The pitch swung on. That is flied out of play. No balls and a strike. Bulldogs lead 7-3. We are in the bottom of the 5th. The 0-1. Up and away, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Swung on, grounded to short. Shortstop bobbles it. Librero freezes halfway to second with 2 outs. The base running mistake is going to end the inning for the Bulldogs. We will go to the top of the 6th. Bulldogs lead 7-3.
Top of the sixth, Bulldogs lead 7-3.
Now batting the designated player, number 33, Emily Roth.
5-6-7 coming to the plate for the Lions here in the top of the sixth. Roth is 0 for 2. She is flied out and ground out. Swings at the first pitch, bounces it up the middle. Paredes makes this catch, but the infield single will put the leadoff hitter aboard here in the top of the sixth inning.
Now batting center fielder, number 24, Ansley Crawford.
Crawford is 1 for 2. She is ground out and singled in 2 trips. The pitch swung on, fouled off at the plate. No balls and a strike. The 0-1. Wide, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bulldogs lead 7-3. We're in the top of the sixth. Runner at first, nobody out for the Lions. Pitch taken for a called strike 2. Throw down to first. Dives back in safely. 1 ball, 2 strikes at the plate. The 1-2. Misses up, evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 swung on, line foul down the first base line. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Low checks the sign. To the plate. Swung on, flying to right field. That is going to get out of play, foul. We do have a defensive change. We'll go over that in just a moment. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Throw down to first.
Now batting the left fielder, number 27, Addison Crawford.
Defense for the Bulldogs left to right in the outfield. Barnes, Quintal, and the new right fielder is Izzy Baileyaz. The infield, left to right, Librero, Travis, Paredes, Peck, Charlie Baileyaz behind the plate, and Kyla Lowe back in the circle. A ball and no strikes. The pitch swung on, hard to second, to short, to Paredes at second, to Peck at first, in and out of the glove. So the fielder's choice erases the lead runner.
Now batting the first baseman, number 18, Kat McGarkey.
So she will step in, runner at first, 2 away. We're in the top of the sixth. Low to the plate. Swung on, grounded back to Low. She picks it, throws to Peck at first for out number 3. That will do it for the top of the sixth. We will go to the bottom of 6. Bulldogs lead 7-3. Bottom of the 6th. Bulldogs lead 7-3. Travis, Paredes, and Lowe are coming to the plate for the Bulldogs.
Leading things off for the Bulldogs, the shortstop, number 12, Kylie Travis.
Now, Travis will step in. She's 2 for 3. She is ground out and singled twice. The CPA coach has found something new to fuss about. Some of the Smyrna fans are... That ball is hit hard into left field. It's going to one-hop the fence. Travis is going to wind up at second with a stand-up double on the first pitch of the inning. So she will be at second with nobody out.
Now batting for the Bulldogs, the second baseman, number 22, Star Paredes.
So the CPA coach is fussing about some of the fans that have been, actually they've been pretty funny, but they're getting on the CPA girls pretty good. Pitch down and in, ball 1 ball, no strikes. But it's all been clean. It has been no harassment. They've been telling the girls their shoes are untied, or they missed that ball, or, just fun stuff. Ball in the dirt, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. But the CPA coach seems to have found several things to fuss about. I get the artificial sound. I get that. That's illegal. The 2-0. Called strike 1. 2 balls and a strike. But the fans doing what they're doing is not worth complaining about. They're just loud. The 2-1. No, that's not a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2. Swung on. That's popped up. Center fielder is giving chase. It is a shallow fly ball. Center fielder makes the catch. Pretty sure that's actually the shortstop's ball where that one ended up.
Now batting for the Bulldogs, the pitcher, number 7, Kyla Lowe.
The Lowe will step in. Lowe is 0 for 3. She is ground out, struck out, and reached on an error. She bounces the runner at second and 1 away. The pitch swung on. That's grounded up the middle. That's going to get through. Center fielder up, throws home, not going to be in time. Travis scores. Lowe goes to second on the throw. So Lowe drives in the 8th Bulldog run. So that'll put a runner at second, and that's going to bring Jordan Franklin out as the courtesy runner.
Now batting for the Bulldogs, the catcher, number 11, Charlie Baileyaz.
Baileyaz, 2 for 3. She is singled, doubled, and flied out in 3 trips. The first pitch, off the handle, foul. No balls and a strike. The 0-1. Swung on. That is flied into left center field. Center fielder moves to her right. Makes the catch for out number 2. But we're going to see a new hitter here. She was a defensive substitution. Actually, she was a running substitution. Played defense. And Coach Drayton
now batting for the Bulldogs, the right fielder, number 1, Izzy Baliaz.
Baliaz will step in for her first at bat of the game. Again, she was a running substitution in the last inning. She stayed in the game to play defense and now is getting to hit. Swings at the first pitch, pops it up to the right side. The first baseman makes the catch for out number 3. That will end the 6th. We will go to the top of the 7th. Bulldogs lead 8-3. Top of the 7th.
Batting first, the second baseman, number 2, Piper McGargy.
9-1-2 coming to the plate for CPA here in the top of the 7th. Bulldogs lead 8-3. First pitch from low, down and in, ball 1. Defense for the Bulldogs left to right in the outfield. Barnes, Quintal, Izzy Baliaz. The infield, Librero, Travis, Paredes, Peck. Charlie Baliaz is behind the plate. And Kyla Lowe is in the circle. Gets that pitch fouled off. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Swung on, grounded to third. Librero looks it in, goes to Peck. Peck with the error at first is going to allow the base runner aboard. So runner at first, and that gets us back to the top of the lineup.
Now batting the third baseman, number 3, Leah Robinson.
Low to the plate. In the dirt, Baliaz underneath her. Runner reads it, throw down to second. Not going to be in time. The tag on the back of the thigh. So the pass ball is going to allow the runner to take second. Pitch called, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner at second, nobody out. Bulldogs lead 8-3 here in the top of the 7th. The 1-1. I got nothing. The 2-1. Swung on. That's going to get down foul. Evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Make sure to join us on Thursday when Stewart's Creek comes across town to play in a District 9 4A matchup here at Smyrna. Smyrna lost to Stewart's Creek earlier in the season. Looked for a little bit of revenge Thursday night. The 2-2 swung on. That's into left center field. That's going to get down. It's going to one-hop the wall. So the double is going to score the fourth Lion run. Now batting the shortstop, number 1, Audrey Townsend. The pitch swung on. It's grounded up the middle. Travis to Peck at first for out number 1. So the ground out does move the runner. Now batting the catcher, number 7, Neely McCluskey. McCluskey's 2 for 3. She has flied out and singled twice. Game time's Thursday. The JV will be at 5. Varsity at 6:30. Again, that is a District 9 4A matchup. Pitch popped up. That's going to be in no man's land in left center field. Travis, runner goes to second. The double's going to score another Lion run, making it 8-5. Now batting the pitcher, number 25, A.K. Higdon. Higdon is 1 for 3. She is flied out, lined out, and singled in 3 trips. Again, Bulldogs lead 8-5 here in the top of the 7th. First pitch popped up, same place. Travis goes back, cannot make the catch. It's off her glove. Runner had to pause. So that will be an error on Travis. That puts runners at second and third, and that's going to bring Coach Drayton out of the dugout to talk to his entire defense. We'll pause. Drayton looking to settle down his defense. Now batting the designated player, number 33, Emily Roth. Roth represents the tying run for the Lions. She bats with runners at second and third and 1 out. Roth is 1 for 3. She is flied out, ground out, and singled. Takes the first pitch high, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0. Swung on. That's flied into center field. Quintal over. Makes the catch. Throw to third. Going to keep the runner at second. So the sac fly does score a run, but it's also out number 2. Now batting center fielder, number 24, Ansley Crawford. So Crawford will bat with a runner at second and 2 outs. Bulldogs lead 8-6. Crawford does again represent the tying run. She's 1 for 3. Takes the first pitch down and in, ball 1. She is ground out, singled, and struck out in 3 trips. The runner at second trying to get Bailey Ash to throw behind her so she can go to third. The 1-0. Wide, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Again, make sure you join us on Thursday. We will bring you Thursday and then next week's Tuesday and Wednesday games. The 2-0 lined into right field. That's going to get down. It gets past Bailey as it's going to roll to the fence. The run from second is going to score. Runner is going to try to score. Play at the plate. Tagged out. That's out number 3. She had to try. It was a heck of an effort. It does end the ball game. So the triple to right. And then the play at the plate is going to end the ball game. Bulldogs win it 8-7 on a very exciting last play of the game. The Lions score 4 runs in the top of the 7th to make it a ball game. But Bulldogs come out on top, 8-7. Again, we will join you again on Thursday when the Stewart's Creek Redhawks come to Smyrna. We will bring that game to you live. The JV will start at 5, the varsity at 6:30. Bulldogs have won 2 in a row. Look to continue that streak on Thursday. And we'll pause. And that's how the Bulldogs celebrate a win here at home. We will bring you Thursday night's game against Stewart's Creek. Until then, we will enjoy this one. We will see you Thursday. Go Dogs.